Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, hasham, Yahawashi. All praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahawah, hasham, Yahawashi. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Alright, so pretty much what I want to do today was make a video pretty much going on the topic of the fall of Esau and Edom, okay? The fall of the so-called white man, which is the Edomite man, okay? The so-called white race are the biblical Edomites spoken about in the Bible, okay? They're the Edomites spoken about in the Bible, alright? And pretty much what I want to do today was pretty much talk about how they're falling right now, okay? And they're going through the curses, okay? And I'm just get straight into it. This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. I'm reading it again. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And who this scripture is talking about are the Edomites, okay? The so-called white race. Because the so-called white race is the one that persecuted us, the ones that hated us, okay? The ones that put us through hell, alright? And now the curses are being put on them. And we see that daily, you know what I mean? Through the media, through the news. All you hear now is crackers dying on opioids, alright? And this men and go their own way movement, you know. I also heard that how they're missing a generation, alright? And how there's more elder so-called white folks than younger white folks, you know what I mean? And their birth rates are low because not only do they have I don't know what it's called, but something's wrong with their sperm. They don't produce as much sperm as us, you know what I mean? That's a curse too. But also the woman is leaving them, okay? The so-called white woman doesn't want to be with the so-called white man anymore, okay? The Edomite woman doesn't want to be with the Edomite man anymore, okay? The house of Esau is divided, okay? The Edomite woman is with these other men, you know, the Israelite man, the Chinese man, the Asian man, you know, all these other nations, okay? So, and much more, okay? So the curses are falling upon Esau, Edom, right? And I'm gonna play a quick video. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna play a video, but I want to get into an article first because it can explain it a little bit better than I can, you know. And pretty much what this article is about is, it says America's rising suicide rate, but what it's really talking about is the Edomite race, the so-called white race, okay? Because they're dying at an alarming rate right now, okay? You know, due to the economy, you know, they don't have enough money to pay their bills, you know, and things are getting a lot stressful for them. And you know, these crackers suck, so they can't stand any stress or any hardship, so they just go and kill themselves, you know, right off the bat. You know, that's their go-to solution right there, you know what I mean? And yeah, you know, they can't handle hardship, so that's their go-to solution. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into the article. America's rising suicide rate. Research suggests that poor white men may be particularly at risk. This month, the Centers of Disease Control released a report suggesting that America's suicide rate increased by 25% between 1999 and 2016. The climb is from a historic low at the turn of the millennium, and the American suicide rates overall are still not significantly above those of other other high-income countries. Nonetheless, World Health Organization estimates suggest that out of its 183 member countries, the United States had the 11th largest percentage increase in suicide rates between 2000 and 2016. Every suicide can have multiple causes, and the CDC does not offer a simple explanation for the rise. Yeah, they can't explain it, alright? Because it's unnatural for them. It's the curses, alright? It's unexplainable. But other research suggests that one factor behind the rising suicide rate is an erosion of the privileged status of white men. Yeah, and like I said earlier, these crackers are so privileged, to the point that they can't handle stress or any hardship. They weren't built for that, okay? Cause they're weak. You know what I mean? They're weak. And there's a scripture that says that one people shall be stronger than the other. And what that's talking about is the Israelites being stronger than the Edomites, okay? Jacob being stronger than Esau, okay? Nearly 45,000 Americans took their own lives in 2016, and suicide is an important part of the rising number of deaths of despair, also including drug overdose and liver disease, described by Ann Case and Angus Deaton. Economists, these causes of death have increased the overall mortality rate amongst white men without a college degree. Both absolute levels of suicide per 100,000 people and recent increases are particularly high amongst those aged between 45 and 64. The male suicide rate remains almost 4 times that for women, and suicide rates for whites are higher and have been climbing faster than those for other racial and ethnic groups. So that's pretty much what the article about, okay? The worldwide, decline of so-called white people, due to low birth rate, suicide, and you have a lot of stores closing now. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of unemployment going on, and these crackers, they can't find jobs, so things are getting hard for them, but this is nowhere near what's coming to them in the near future, okay? Because the scriptures talk about how the nation of Edom will go into slavery under the Israelites in the world to come, okay? The Edomite race, the so-called white race, the whole nation of Edom will go into slavery under first and foremost the Lord, and the nation of Israel, okay? The Lord, Yahawashi, and the nation of Israel, okay? And you believe it or not, it is what it is. Prophecy is still gonna come to pass, so yeah. And I try to play a quick video, And what this video goes into is, pretty much furthers the edification on the article that I just read about the opioids addiction and the death among so-called white people.
One of some 2 million Americans who experts say have abused prescription pain pills and street drugs. The epidemic is getting so bad that scientists at the Puget Sound Institute found traces of the drug oxycodone in mussels off the coast of Washington state. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, opioids, which include prescription opioids, heroin, and fentanyl, has killed more than 42,000 people in 2016, more than any year on record. A whopping 40% of all opioid deaths involve a prescription opioid. But as prescriptions are now harder to come by, the use of fentanyl is climbing. In 2013, there were reportedly 24 deaths from the drug. In 2017, 324. A 1,000% increase that now is creeping into other stimulants, opioids, and even heroin. And now some lawmakers want to fight back.
Purdue pushed prescribers to give higher doses to keep patients on drugs for longer periods of time, without regard to the very real increased risk of addiction, overdose, and death.
These Edomites are dying at an alarming rate. Okay? And they're becoming the minority. Dying, us being the Israelites, we're making babies every day. You know what I mean? We're making babies every day, and even heathens too. So yeah, they're dying at an alarming rate, and they're becoming the minority. And they know this too. There was some guy on CNN, I think it was CNN. He was lashing out at the reporter, and he was pretty much he was pretty much mad about how he's becoming a minority, right? And he was talking about how Edomites have to arm themselves with guns and stuff and all that. But yeah, they know that they're becoming they already are the minority. They know that, and that's what they're lashing out, So I just want to make that quick point.
Massachusetts isn't alone. Last month, Los Angeles filed a lawsuit against 9 drug companies alleging unethical practices worsen the opioid. The Department of Public Health says over 23 million in the state were prescribed opioids in 2016. There were more than 2,000 deaths attributed to opioid overdoses that same year. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti said more people died in LA last year from overdoses than homicides. The lawsuit also targets the middlemen, wholesale distributors, including the McKesson Corporation, for its failure to report large suspicious orders. The Healthcare Distribution Alliance, representing wholesale distributors, said in a statement, quote, "Those bringing lawsuits would be better served addressing the root causes rather than trying to redirect blame through litigation." Rural areas in Northern California and places like Eureka say their heroin epidemic is getting overlooked. And now as fentanyl is being unknowingly mixed into batches, users may not realize just how lethal their habit has become. In Los Angeles, Natasha Sweet, RT.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.
Alright, that was pretty much it on the video. And I want to get one last scripture, okay? And Salaki, if I'm all over the place, Salaki, if I'm all over the place with the topics and stuff.